Hey man, say man. This is the Gifted Ones podcast, and I am your host, AwesomeWill. I hope that all of you are feeling amazing today. I am feeling incredible. I want you guys to not forget, please add me to your subscription or subscribe to the channel. I'm not going to say this very often because I believe that I make a pretty positive impact, or I have a pretty positive impact in the YouTube space, and I don't feel that it's really required. But just this one time, I'm the type of person that I don't like to create, habits. You like what you like, you listen to what you listen to, you watch what you watch, and I mean, I'm not going to influence your thoughts about me, about our channel, etc. It comes naturally. So that's why I'm putting in the work. I'm being creative, and making my presentation to you. So subscribing, hitting the notification bell. That's simple. So, like I said, I hope that all of you are feeling well tonight. And I'm going to leave in the description box the podcast for tonight's show. We're going to be talking about trucking. So please keep your peace and do not sign that truck lease. Do you dig what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Keep your peace and do not sign that truck lease. That's what we're going to be talking about later tonight on the podcast. I'm going to leave or include the link within the description so you can join us tonight. It's going down at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about company drivers versus lease purchase drivers and the importance of what you need to know to become a successful truck driver. If you should have any stories, send them to Gifted Magazine Gifted Magazine 954 at gmail.com. Once again, Gifted Magazine 954 at gmail.com. We love to have your commentary. If you have any stories, you can send them over to us. We will definitely be sure to do some coverage for that particular video, and we will be sure to give you credit for the story or your work or something that you just like to do as a hobby. We will definitely be sure to give you the necessary credit. Okay, so back to what I was talking about, guys. And this right here is a very interesting story that just came in, and it is quite it's something that doesn't happen every day. There was a story that took place not very long ago coming out of Texas, wherein there was this lady. It's something similar to that, kind of like a one in a million type situation, or one in a million type deal. There was an elderly lady coming out of Texas. I can't quite recall exactly what location in Texas it was. I just know that it was in the Lone Star State, the state of Texas. And this lady was minding her business. I believe she was cutting the grass. She was out in the yard cutting grass. And, amazingly, a snake just fell out of the sky. Onto her arms as she was cutting the grass. And the amazing thing was, or a fascinating thing, another fascinating thing about it is, not only did the snake try to attack her, trying to bite her eyes out, but thankfully she had eye protection, being that she was wearing glasses. But not only was the snake trying to attack her, but a large hawk landed on her forearm where the snake was as well. And she had lots and lots of lacerations. She had cuts everywhere. Her face, I believe, had lacerations and cuts on it as well, because there was a lot going on. The snake trying to attack her, the hawk trying to attack the snake trying to attack. It was just a lot going on. And for something like that to happen is kind of like a one in a million thing. You know what I mean? Something like that doesn't happen every day. She was just out minding her business, in the scorching heat, and just decided that it was time to cut the grass. The husband, I don't know if she's widowed. I don't know if she's widowed or if she has a husband, But for something like that to happen is very rare. You know what I mean? Don't you agree? Something like that is very rare. But she was scared out of her mind because of what had taken place and occurred. And I can only imagine. What I'm thinking is the predator, while he was flying, in the winds, somehow, he released his prey from his claws. And he was like, oh no, you're not getting away today. And it just so happened to land on that lady. And the lady was frantic. She was scared. You can hear in the interview with the news channel or with the news, the news staff, the street team. She was scared out of her mind. But thankfully and gratefully, she was fine. She was okay. Thank goodness that she was okay. But that's some kind of trauma to deal with, because like I said, something like that doesn't happen every day. But that hawk was determined not to allow or not to let that prey get away. So today's topic, guys, topic, like I said, is coming out of South Carolina. A South Carolina man becomes a web sensation after a wild meeting about missing F-35. And his expression was, I heard a boom. My entire house began to shake. So we're going to get into it. There's an older guy. He's his exact age is 72 years old. He's a retired guy from a mill. He used to work at, I think that it was out of North Carolina, Georgetown to be specific. He's been retired now for about 10 years. And, on this day in particular, he was in the bathroom, and he's married. He was in the bathroom and he was shaving, and he heard a loud boom, and he said that his entire house began to shake. Him paying it no mind, he decided to proceed or to continue shaving. I'm assuming that, he has been there in that area for quite some time, because it was said that his childhood neighborhood was approximately 2 miles from where he currently resides. And that neighborhood where he currently resides, it sought to be, very peaceful, a very peaceful environment, and he was unsure of exactly what it was. He probably thought that, he thought that it was probably a meteor or something like that. But check this out. The case was a F-35 aircraft. A jet crashed nearby his home. I believe it did crash into his home. So authorities came out, the news outlets came out, and he gave his story. And, it was said that the aircraft was stolen. A fighter jet, it was stolen, and the people of the jet, I'm assuming, I don't know exactly what was going on. It was said that it was stolen. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do some more research. But it was said that it was stolen, and it was a fighter jet, and it crashed. And, he said that he was definitely, surprised to see what had happened. And I think that I would have been as well, So what would you do if something like this were to occur? A fighter jet lands crashing into your enterprise or your place of residence or nearby, and the vibrations from the impact and the sound from the impact, turns your ears or turns your listening up. But would you run to see what happened when you hear that noise or that loud boom? Would you be in a hurry to go and see what exactly, happened? Or would you just continue to shave as Mr. White did. 72-year-old Mr. White did. I'm going to leave a link in the description so you guys can tune in tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going live. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the trucking business or the trucking industry. If you should have any content, any stories that you'd like to forward to us, you can do so at giftedmagazine954@gmail.com. Once again, giftedmagazine954@gmail.com. We'd appreciate your feedback regarding this topic. Like I said, hit us up at giftedmagazine954@gmail.com and leave any of your questions. We will be sure to respond to you in a timely manner. Until then, this is your host, AwesomeWill, and this is the Gifted Ones podcast. We look forward to hearing from you soon. We look forward to interacting with you. And until next time, guys, peace, because we will do great things together. So let's talk about it. Peace.